Hey there, me again. I'm going to tell you about my view on Justice League. Right now, Justice League, I'm a massive DC fan. I love the Justice League. I love all the characters in this. I've got comics by most of the characters in this. But for some reason, I didn't go to see it at the pictures. And I was like, yeah, just to say I've been down and I just haven't been infused by anything for a long time. And I saw it, I was like, oh, right, yeah, okay, Justice League, that'll probably be good. But I wasn't infused enough to actually go and watch it. I was just like, oh, maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't. And then I ended up not watching it. So I was like, okay, fair, I haven't watched it. Then I finally bought it I think I bought it the day it came out. I think it came out around the time that I got made redundant. So I bought it this day after I got made redundant. I did a little bit of retail therapy. I went to see Black Panther at the pictures, got myself 3 DVDs. Plus I went to see Black Panther and it was like, yeah, I'm happy, yeah, happy. But yeah, but then I never watched it. I didn't get around to it. It was like, it's just sitting there. I watched it once when I got back from the pub after celebrating my dad's 80th birthday, and I was drunk and I fell asleep halfway through it, and I don't remember any of it. So it was like just putting it off. Not really putting it off, but just not watching it. No, I was just too busy doing silly other things or moping or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I finally watched it today and I got to say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really cool. People say that the Marvel movies have got lots of comedy and they're better. People just like to put down the DC movies, I think. It seems to be like a knee-jerk reaction thing now. It's like it's almost become cliche, slagging off the DC movies. It seems to people just do it to me, just because for the hell of it, it's like it's the done thing, like slagging off the Green Lantern movie. It's like, which happens to be one of my favourite movies. I really enjoyed it. I love the Green Lantern character. I went to see at the pictures with my mum. One of the last times I went to the pictures of her before she died, and like every time it gets knocked, Deadpool. Every time you knock your old movies, whatever your lady name actor is, I've forgotten your name now, but it just annoys me. I want to see Deadpool 2 at the cinema, and the old. I don't want to give you a spoiler, but I kind of am. The old knock at the Green Lantern at the end. It's like, oh yeah, that again. That cheap shot. It's just that's what it is. It's a cheap shot nowadays. People, it just seems. I don't know. I can't remember the word, but yeah, it's a thing that people do just because it seems to be the trendy thing, I reckon. Anyway, I was getting off on a tangent. Yeah, so it's got plenty of humour in it. Anyway, it's got all the emotions in this. It's got made me laugh, made me cry a bit. Little, not like manly tears, like little, like you. But it was cool. Yeah, and spoilers, kind of. But you can see Superman on the cover. I mean, he died at the end of his movie. Was it Man of Steel? So obviously they bring him back, and it was all jolly good stuff the way it was done. Basically, the story is I'm not too sure about the villain. He wasn't too bad. It was Steppenwolf. He looking nothing like he does in the comics, to be honest. But he looked pretty badass. I mean, in an evil way. And the team got together. It was like a fledgling team put together by Batman. First time they'd properly had to fight together, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. The Flash was interesting, different to it was in the TV show, but it was quite cool. And there was a lot of lightning effects that you used to always see in the comic books, but I never thought that. I never imagined in live action that they would actually be visible. For some reason, I always kind of thought there was sort of sparks just to emphasise his speed and wouldn't actually be on the screen for some reason. But when they were on the screen, it's like, okay, that wasn't what I expected, but that's cool. It's cool. Cyborg was good. I think he was a slightly more up-to-date version of Cyborg. I don't think originally he had apocalyptic armour or robotic body, cyborg body. I thought it was like human technology, but obviously I think he's been updated and retconned as the things have gone on, and now his armour is created from the apocalyptic science, I believe, the old mother boxes, and you got to learn the comics or read or watch the movie to understand that. Wonder Woman is cool. Bloody kicking out, and the whole team kicked ass. It was a good ensemble, good. And I love Batman. I think the Batman. What's his face now? I can't remember his name. The actor Ben Affleck. Yeah, Ben Affleck. I think he's cool. I think he makes a really good Batman. I think I think he's got a good physique for it. He's not skinny. He's got the chunkiness of you reckon that if he hit you, you'd stay hit. You know what I mean? Not like some of these skinny wretches that have played Batman in the past. I think he does it really cool, and he actually got quite a few of the laughs in the movie as well. Actually, like underplayed laughter. You know what I mean? Not OTT like it would be with Marvel. I think the tone of the DC movies is better personally than the Marvel movies. Marvel movies that all go in for laughs all the time. It's like, oh, half the universe has been destroyed. We'll have a lot of laughs along the way, won't we? But yeah, all right. Maybe I'm just I've been overprotective of DC probably because I am more of a DC fan, but there you go. That's just my opinion. Yeah, but anyway, bloody good film. Really enjoyed it. Great action, good laughs. Peril. Lots of peril going on. Lots of, oh dear, what will happen? Will it be safe? Yeah, bloody good film. I enjoyed it. Oh, it's got a digital download on it as well, so if you want to watch it on the go, you can do. But anyway, it's an old film now, so you know if you're going to watch it or not. So I'm just giving you my 2p worth of opinion, and I'll probably put a blog of it sometime as well, if you want to go and read any other comments that I might come up with on there. But anyway, cheers for watching. Bye. Hey there, me again. Just want to talk about this movie that I've finally got around to watching properly. For various reasons, mainly the fact that, a bit mental health really, I suppose. I've not really been bothered about doing things, and I love comics. I love DC comics especially. I've read so many Justice League comics. I've got so many comics of all these characters. Other than Wonder Woman, I haven't got that many Wonder Woman comics to be honest. But most of the other ones, I have got loads of comics by, and I've known them for years. But when it came out to cinema, I just didn't bother. I was like, okay, can't bothered. That kind of thing. And then I actually got round to buying it just after I got made redundant from my job, and I thought I didn't really bother watching it. It just sat there. I watched it once when I was drunk after coming home from the pub after celebrating my dad's 80th birthday, and I kind of fell asleep halfway through, but that's because I was more to do with the fact that I was drunk rather than anything to do with the movie. So I finally got around to watching it today. I like kicking myself. I had a bit of a headache, so I didn't want to sit on my computer or the usual rubbish I do, or play Fallout, the usual nonsense that I get up to, and I should be, watching films. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really, really good. It had all the gamut of emotions. It made me laugh, made me cry a bit. It made me feel full of hope. Superman there stands for hope, apparently. I think that's something they've made up for the movie. I don't remember seeing that before, but it was cool anyway. And it was. I don't want to give spoilers, but you can see him on the cover there. I know he died in his last movie, but he's on the cover here, so I think you must know that he doesn't stay dead. But it's all it's cool, and there was lots of funny bits in it as well. I know a lot of people say, oh, the Marvel movies are funny and family fun, and the DC movies are all po-faced and serious, but I mean, I like that anyway. I don't mind it being serious, and they're trying to save the world. But there was loads of good, cool, understated, humour in there. Had me roaring. I can't remember what was the bit that made me really roar. There was one joke that come up, and I was, literally, I was doing the old lolling, mate. I was lolling. I was laughing out loud. But also good action, good special effects, awesome fight scenes. This is a burgeoning team just getting together, just finding their feet. They've only just formed. Flash in this is a bit different to the TV version of the Flash, but he's okay. He's pretty cool. I'm kind of a little bit thrown off by the lightning kind of speed force effects that are flying off him, but it looks very much like it does in the comic books. In the comic books, they've been putting so you think, okay, yeah, you don't really I don't think you get those so much in the TV show, but on this they're sort of crackling, the air's crackling with his speed force energies, he's running along. But no, it was pretty cool. Aquaman, yeah, he's kind of like, this Aquaman, to me, he's kind of like the two, he's like Aquaman plus, is it his son? Yeah, it's like Aquaman plus his son, not Aqualad. But the guy who came along later on, I think in the 90s, I can't remember what his name is, but he was like an Inuit, Eskimo, I think Inuit's the correct term now. I'm sure he had tattoos like this. I can't remember what the name of the character was. I think he actually came Aqualad. No, it wasn't Aqualad. It was some other name. I got a feeling it begins with a P, but I can't remember what it was. But that's kind of like, that's what he looks like to me. He looks like a traditional Aquaman, but yeah, he's kind of like a mixture of Aquaman plus his son from, I can't remember what his name is now. But yeah, he's cool. He's badass. I mean, to be honest, I'll keep thinking about suing Jason Momoa because he stole my look. He stole my look. That's all I can say. He's like, he needs to look. He needs to check himself. You know what I mean? I jest. I'm much better looking than him. Anyway, right? Yeah, Cyborg is cool. I think a sort of later version of Cyborg is. I don't think originally he had Apocalyptican armor. Pretty sure it was just the technology designed by his dad. But this new imagining is cool, and it's bloody excellent. Thoroughly entertaining stuff. Recommend it to everybody if you haven't seen it already. And if you have seen it already and you're one of these people who put the DC movies down, you're wrong. There's nothing wrong. It was a bloody awesome film. I mean, I can't understand people saying it was a disappointment. It had all the characters, but it didn't have the fizz of the explosions or whatever. It was cool. It bloody everything, as far as I'm concerned. I think it just comes to be. There's a certain mindset now where everything must, you must bash certain stuff. It's like it's a knee-jerk bloody reaction to bash DC movies. It's like, it's like even like I went to see Deadpool 2 at the cinema. Oh, let's have another blinking snipe at bloody Green Lantern. Happens to be one of my favourite movies of all time. It really gets my goat, that does. Really annoys me. I loved Green Lantern comics. I loved the film when I went to see it. Yeah, I highly recommend Justice League.